Already at the first sight, it was obvious to me. The name, The Rock. Just a 10-kilometer stretch of land extending into the Mediterranean Sea, with a 426-meter high hill in the middle, Gibraltar offers not only a unique cultural experience, but also excellent hiking opportunities at one of the southernmost tips of Europe. Gibraltar is a unique place in an unexpected location, a British enclave on the Iberian Peninsula, just a short stretch of sea away from Africa. It is the only place in Europe where you can find monkeys in the wild, the famous Barbary macaque, alongside a small, closely knit community and a rich military legacy.
Welcome to Gibraltar, tiny British overseas territory on the very south of Iberian Peninsula, or more concrete, on the south of Spanish Andalusia. Right now it's very windy day, so I don't use the best viewpoint, but it's still beautiful winter day, perfect for exploring this very unique place.
Gibraltar has been a point of tension between Spain and the United Kingdom for more than 300 years. In 1704, during the European War, British and Dutch forces captured Gibraltar from Spain. A few years later, Spain officially gave Gibraltar to Britain in a peace treaty. Since then, Spain has never fully accepted the loss. Over the centuries, Spain tried several times to regain control, including along military sieges, but without success. Gibraltar remained British, mainly because of its strong defenses and its strategic position at the entrance of the Mediterranean Sea.
In year 1333, Moors started to invade Iberian Peninsula and Europe. First place where they landed was exactly here in Gibraltar. Therefore, they built on the remains of old Spanish fortress their own castle, which is today probably the most important historical sites of Gibraltar. During Reconquista, of course, Gibraltar, like the rest of Iberian Peninsula, got freed from Moors and Islamic influence, and therefore it became part of Spain until it was ceded to United Kingdom. It's part of United Kingdom from 17th century, and although even today Spain have claims on this territory, it stays part and it's sovereign territory. It was few times under siege and under attack. Under the biggest threat it was during the Second World War, when Francisco Franco had even planned to liberate, as he considered it, Gibraltar from British forces with the help of Nazis. On the end, this plan never got into realization, so today this little part of Mediterranean belongs to Great Britain. It is very important strategical place, so here is military bases. Here are a lot of remains of military installations from before, mostly fortresses, caves and tunnels. And the airport is sometimes used by Royal Air Force, but what is the most importantly on the top of this big rock, big hill, is a radar station which is monitoring almost the whole Mediterranean.
In everyday life, the border with Spain is open, and many people cross it daily for work or, like me, for tourism. Whether you arrive by car or by bus, the best way to enter Gibraltar is on foot, continuing across the airport's runway. This unique experience represents the very essence of Gibraltar. Everything needed for a functioning place squeezed into a small stretch of land. rock was too tempting for me, so I went straight uphill despite the strong wind and limited visibility. After a steep ascent from the city, I soon found myself almost in the clouds, with an amazing panorama of the Mediterranean Sea and the contours of the Atlas Mountains in the distance.
Normally you can get to the upper reach of Gibraltar Rock by a funicular, by cable car, but today, because of strong wind, it is not working. So it's perfect day for people like me who prefer to hike, because there is much less crowd and much less people around. So I have a rock almost for myself.
The rich military history of the place was visible at every corner, from old Moorish viewpoints to the British cannon firing stations. Gibraltar truly remains a fortress.
Another thing by which is Gibraltar famous are monkeys. It's the only place in Europe where are monkeys living in freedom. Of course, they're not original inhabitants of Gibraltar, they were important, but they acclimatized and live here quite free today. It's conditionally free because it's obvious that although it's forbidden to feed them, they rely quite a lot on human feeding, and many tourists feed them just to attract them closer.
Continuing south along the ridge, sharing time with monkeys and enjoying beautiful views, the hike was much more pleasant than the wind had suggested. The steep but scenic Mediterranean steps were highlight of the hike, leading to the grand finale at the bottom, Europa Point, the southernmost point of Gibraltar, where the waters of the Atlantic meet the Mediterranean. After reaching the southernmost point, I continued through the city, admiring the picturesque streets of this unique British exclave. The trail itself was short but demanding, with the steep climbs and long stretches along the ridge, eventually leading to a beautiful descent via the Mediterranean steppes. It was an amazing one-day adventure and a great escape from the cold European winter.